Robert Hicks, 24-08072. Take your name for the record, please, sir. Your name?
Robert Hicks.
Okay, this is the date set for a hearing. This is for termination of tenancy, and you all cannot come to a resolution.
No, we haven't spoken.
Okay.
I'd just like to get my house back.
Okay, this matter is not tied up in probate court, is it? It's not? Okay. Okay, so you have full ownership of the home,
Yes, I
correct?
do.
Okay. Do you have a lawful right to hold over the property?
I have to speak on behalf of my mom.
You can't speak on behalf of your mom.
I mean,
What's your name?
Robert Hicks.
You have to speak on behalf of Robert Hicks.
Okay, that's what I'm doing, actually.
Okay, that's the only person you can speak on.
Okay. So what I'm understanding is totally against what he's doing.
What? I'm
Because
confused.
he's buying a house for $1 that he's not buying.
That's not before this court.
Okay,
That's why I asked, was there an issue with
Okay.
the circuit court?
okay. No,
There's nothing
because
pending at circuit
what I
court?
understand, when we were here last time and you gave us to understand
Yeah, but
that,
he also told me.
Okay,
that-
both of us aren't gonna talk. You can go first and then you can respond.
when we were here last time, and you said that everything had to go through the court.
Correct.
All of the paperwork that was considered to be the paperwork that needed to confront her son about what she's doing, what he's doing, somehow to me came to me that it was MIA. I don't understand. So
I'm not following what you're saying.
in order for the paperwork for what we're doing is to go to court, the paperwork had to be presented to the court, correct?
To the
The correct
court.
court.
You were trying to claim that he
Go
was
to
not the
Eaton
lawful.
County, because this
You were
case is-
trying to claim that he was not the lawful owner. It's
He's
my
not.
recollection.
Okay, yeah,
And
that's
so
exactly
we
what.
don't deal with ownership of property here.
Right. This case is supposed to be in Eaton County, not Enum County.
What's the address?
This is 4316 Dunkley Circle. He's wrong, first of all, for coming here.
Okay, it's the city of Lansing. You're saying it's in Eaton County?
It's Eaton County, not Enum County.
It's in a 1 mile radius of.
Yes, he's in the
Okay,
wrong
well,
court.
if it's within 1 mile radius, it's this jurisdiction.
This house is in Eaton County.
I recognize that we deal with Eaton County cases all the
Okay,
time, but
okay.
that doesn't
Well, I
mean it's not
didn't
in our
know that.
jurisdiction.
I didn't have that understanding. What I was doing, I was getting the information from Eaton County because of the district where the house is.
Did you file anything in the circuit court to
Like
address ownership?
Like I said.
Yes or no?
No.
Do you have something to say, sir?
Yes. I got the paper for everything going over to my name, as far as deed, title and everything.
I vaguely remember this situation. I know you all are brothers, and I think there's some siblings in the back, and I don't think he had the deed last time or something to
He
that effect.
didn't. I have all
Okay,
of
I'm
the.
talking to him.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
had the deed, and I got another deed, but everything been transferred over to my name. Would you like to see it?
As soon as my court officer comes back.
I apologize for my.
You just can't talk over each other. He's got to record everything.
Like to say something.
Can you, Yolanda, can you get the paperwork from him, please? You have something to say, sir?
Yes. He lied in court last time, said he had probation. Everything in probation, right? Probation court. Nothing's come out. of
Probate
that.
court.
Probate court. Nothing's come out of that. He was just stalling for time.
Okay, this is a property transfer affidavit stamped and signed by the city of Lansing Assessor's Office, 1 floor down. He's in the correct jurisdiction.
Okay.
I don't know why you believe that this is,
Like I said.
that address is not in Eden County, it's in Ingham County.
Okay.
I see a quick claim deed here. It was executed this month. And so he's been moving forward, getting paperwork done, filed. You've not filed anything in the court to contest ownership. So now we're just dealing with ownership of the property. Possession of the property. He's provided documents to the court to satisfy ownership. If you want to dispute ownership, you got to do it at another court. What is your lawful right to hold over the property? Because it doesn't sound like you have one.
I'm understanding what's going on now. I didn't from the beginning.
When can you vacate the
understand-
property?
Huh?
When can you vacate the property?
Well, it doesn't matter.
It's gonna matter because if you don't give me a date, it's gonna be 10 days
Sometime
from
in
today.
April is, I'm fine with that.
You're fine with 10 days
Yeah.
from today?
Sometime in April, yes. Because I'm supposed to leave on the 28th.
You're supposed to, 20th of April?
Yes,
Why are you mean move on the 28th of April?
yes, I'm leaving this country.
Okay, well then that will be the date. Judgment in his favor for the 28th.
All right, that's fine
You
with me.
vacate. We're gonna get you some paperwork. Have a seat.
I'm understanding
You
everything
can, you
now.
can prepare some paperwork.
And can I go and view the property since I haven't seen it in 6 months?
You wanna go and view the property? For what purpose? To secure it? Like, what do you need to view?
Make sure that everything is up, not anything been destroyed.
Ain't nothing been destroyed.
And if it has been destroyed, then what? You're gonna,
But
because
we
I
have
think
to
you,
come back to
I think
court.
you did you file for, you did termination of tenancy? And you surveyed this property 6 months ago to make sure nothing was
That
destroyed?
was 6 months ago.
You surveyed it 6 months ago?
Yeah.
They were present when this happened?
Yeah,
Okay. That's correct, sir? Is that a yes or no? We
I
can't.
don't know. I don't know nothing about that.
Who was,
Yes, you
who was,
you
you're talking to me. Who was present?
He was, I talked to him.
Sir? He said he was not present.
He was
So,
present.
okay, well, you can do a walkthrough together or you all can figure that out on your own. I'm not gonna get involved in your walkthrough with your family of a family home.
Your Honor, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, I didn't understand what was going on. First.
I recognize that. I think I
What I'm saying-
recommended an attorney to you.
He said that I was at the home when he did a survey.
He was, I
I have
gave
no
him.
knowledge.
Okay, if you all want to talk to each other, you all can go outside and do that, but not gonna do it in here. I asked him a question. He said he was not there. He doesn't remember you coming to view the home while he was there. Now, you going to visit the home while he was there? Is that what you're saying? Or did you say I'm coming to inspect the house?
He was,
Talk over me one more time.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. You went to go inspect the home or you just was by the home when he was there?
no, I went in at that time, inspect the home.
He was there.
Yes, he was.
What
'cause I gave
day?
him
What
pa-
day was it?
I gave him his paper, his notification paper for 30 days.
Oh, that's the day that you
Yeah.
went to serve him and you went
Yeah.
inside the home
Right,
and walked around the home.
yeah, no.
Get out of my courtroom. You walked around while he was there. This man who won't even be quiet in the courtroom and
Yeah.
inspected the property and you didn't have a problem in there?
No.
I don't believe it.
Well, I did when I gave him the paper for 30 days.
I don't believe it. No, I'm not letting you go in there because you go in there right now, the 911 is gonna have to be involved.
Okay.
You can go and inspect the property after the fact, and if you need to file something for damages, you can do that separately. This is only as to possession. Which filed for anyways. You only filed for possession. You can have a seat. We'll get you some paperwork in just a moment.
So these two brothers are fighting over a property after their mother dies. The brother in the tan jacket that got kicked out of the courtroom is so sad. He lived with his mother, took care of her for so long. She was sick. And that other brother that wants the house after the mom died is kind of rude because he bought the house for the mom. Or bought it for, I don't know like all the deeds, okay? But what I do know is that he did buy the property for his mom and because he had another house. He doesn't need this house. And he's just doing it out of spite. I don't know why. I don't know their family drama. I have no idea. But it's just so sad to see that when someone passes away, a family fights. But anyways, the brother in the tan jacket, he was always with his mom and the mom kept asking the other brother for the paperwork for the house because she knew like she was getting sicker and sicker and knew she was going to pass. And I know this because when I covered the hearing at that happened like I think 60 days ago, it was all said in court that, you know, the mom kept asking for the paperwork because she knew deep down, but when she died, that this was going to happen. The brothers were going to fight. So it was just so sad to see. And this is just like an update. I don't know if I have the video. It's just so sad to see, honestly. And it happened when my dad passed. And it was like, I hardly got anything because his parents are rich and didn't really, them paying for his funeral really did not break them at all. They were rich. My grandpa owned his own construction company. They were rich. So $7,000 funeral was nothing to them. But they took everything that in a value of my father's that to turn around and just sell to get their money back for, like, that's how cheap they were. But so we had no control, us girls and my mom, like my grandpa just went in, took everything of value, and we were left with just like, you know, other cool little memories. Yeah, like my mom got a shirt made, or a blanket made out of his shirts. I know I'm going on a tangent here, but you know, so that was cool things, but also, like, it's just so sad to see, and it happened to me, and I know it's a common thing when a family member dies. Everybody wants the money, everybody wants the house, everybody wants the property. If you learn anything from this video, it's important to have a will, and have everything written out, and have all your paperwork, even if you're on your deathbed. It's important because of this stuff here. It will avoid everything. Yeah, they still may fight, but if there's a will and it's all notarized or whatever, I don't know how that works, but it's important. So get a will. This judge does not delete her video, so I could go back and record the first hearing these brothers had, so that way you guys know kind of what I was talking about, because don't ever ask me for directions or tell you anything, because you guys know how I am already, and you guys love me for how I am and who I am, and I'm so grateful for that, and I love you for who you are. If I already have the video on my page, I will link it in the description box below. If I do not already have it on there, then I will go back and record it and post it. If you're interested in knowing like all the deets, I could do that for you. Thanks for watching. Love you guys.